Hey friends, it's been a bit of a week in the world, and so I haven't had the motivation to do much of anything in the garden, to be honest. I've been doing a lot of doom scrolling, which I know I probably shouldn't. I've been doing a lot of just like being sad and feeling helpless. And also with that comes the retail therapy side. And because plants make everybody feel better, a lot of my retail therapy has been in the plant kingdom. So let me show you what I got. Let me show you the haul. And I promise that I'm going to plant it soon because we all know plants do better in the ground than they do the cans. Also, come here, honey. Come here, honey. Come here. Let me introduce you to Honey. Come here, sit, girl. Sit, girl. So this is Honey. It's our newest addition to our crazy, crazy life. The girls have been begging for a dog. We got her at the local shelter. She is like half and half potty trained, and she half listens, but she's 100% super cute. So I wanted to introduce you to Honey. If you don't see Sushi in this video, you know why. Let me show you the plants that I got. So behind me is my makeshift plant nursery. Some of these plants might look familiar because they were from the last haul video that I posted and I still haven't planted them. So I've got a lot of planting to do and I'm definitely gonna get on that really soon. If you like plant hauls, I will link the last one that I did with some of these plants behind me. So I'm gonna start with the plants that I got from online nurseries because they were a great price. They have some really great sales running right now. So if you're looking for some good things, definitely check them out. So I did get 2 more roses. I have a love-hate relationship with roses. I really love them when they're beautiful. I really hate them when they're diseased. These 2 roses, they're both from Heirloom roses, and they're both supposed to be disease resistant and really good for the south, which are the conditions that I'm always looking for. So I will test them out and let you know if it is just really great marketing or if these are really good roses. One is Savannah and the other one is Jasmina. I'll pop in some pictures of what they look like, hopefully, and what they will grow into in my garden. So these are gonna go up front to replace some roses that aren't looking so hot, and I'll probably do a video on that if I get around to it. I'm gonna do a change of angle because the sun came out. These are some broccoli starts that I was supposed to plant forever ago. One of the videos that I'm going to do and probably put up next week because God knows I need to do it is to refresh the summer garden, get rid of it, plant all of the fall things that I either bought like this broccoli or started from seed. So I've got a lot of work to do and hopefully I'll have the motivation to do it this week and then you'll see it next week. But for now, let's get to the haul. Okay, so one of my favorite online nurseries to order from is Great Garden Plants for smaller plants. One of the money-saving tips that I like to share is that if it's a fast-growing plant, go ahead and buy it in the smallest size that you can possibly find. And so the thing that I really love about Great Garden Plants is that they sell these quart-size containers. They're under $20. This is going to look like a 3-gallon container next year if you plant it into your garden now. So I picked up 3 of these. These are Tater Tot Arborvitaes. They're really great evergreens. I have 2 that I planted last year. They looked like this when I planted them, and this is what they look like now. They grow really fast. They do really well for me. And so for me, it's worth saving some change and getting the smaller size versus getting the $35, $40 3-gallon size. I went a little crazy on the shrubs from Great Garden Plants. They had a pretty good sale going, and I think they're gonna continue the sales until they kind of shut down for the winter season. But I picked up these Yuki Snowflake Deutzia. I've been having my eye on them. They look absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna try just 3 of them and see how they grow on a slope. I've got a very large sloped area that I truthfully really don't know what to plant there, and I'm trying to really plant it up heavy so that I don't have to weed as much. So I picked up 3 of these to try them and I'll let you know how they grow for me. And then I picked up just 1 Steady Eddie viburnum. This is something that I've had my eye on ever since I saw Grow For Me 5B share about them. Viburnums are something in my zone that are semi-evergreen, and this viburnum, Steady Eddie, will consistently put out smaller little white blooms throughout the season. I'm inserting a picture from the Proven Winners website to show you what the blooms will look like eventually. This is a bit of a bigger shrub, so it'll grow to about 5 feet tall and wide. I don't know where it's going, and since it's a larger shrub, I just got one. If I can figure out where I can get a drift of them, or if we're ever going to build a shed, I think this could be really beautiful on either side of a shed to frame it. I'm still playing around with where this is going to go, but it's so beautiful that I really wanted to try and see how it does here in my garden. These next two are ground covers. If you don't know, I have a thing for ground covers because I don't like to weed, and mulch is very expensive. So I figure it's probably worth it for me to invest in a couple of ground covers, see how they do, and then plant up an area with that ground cover instead of having to add mulch to the garden year after year in all of those spaces. If I can go ahead and plant ground covers that'll spread and suppress the weeds, then I can save a little bit of that money and buy more plants with it, clearly. So I just grabbed one of each. I wanted to try them out, see how they did in my garden before committing to any more. So this is white Mazus reptans. A lot of people really recommend this. So I will plant this in an area and see how it does. And then this is a variegated bishop's weed. I am a sucker for all things variegated, and that is just really, really stunning. So something that I share all the time is if you're not sure about a plant, there is no reason to go ahead in on a drift of them and fully commit. One, it's very costly, and then two, if it doesn't do well in your garden, you're out a whole bunch of money. So I really like just buying one of something, trying it out for a year, and then deciding whether I want to get more. So that's why I just got one of each, and I'll be planting them in the garden and seeing how they do this year. Okay, and then the last thing that I got was something that I probably only should have gotten one of, but it was on sale, and so I went ahead and got 3 of them. This is Primo Wild Rose Heuchera. I have a love-hate relationship with heucheras. Love because they're absolutely beautiful. I love all the colors. Hate because they often die in my garden. They will look really great in the spring, absolutely beautiful for a little while in the summer, but when the temperatures really heat up, they will just disappear one day. They will shrivel up and die, and they're just heartbreaking for me. I have finally found a really, really good variety of heuchera, but it is an orangey, yellowy color. It is Heuchera Caramel. Absolutely hands down my favorite heuchera right now, but I'm on a mission to find the purple version of caramel heuchera. So if you have really good luck with a purple variety of heuchera, please put that down in the comments for me. I've tried multiple. This time I picked up Primo Wild Rose. The Primo series from Proven Winners has some of that Heuchera villosa lineage. Heuchera villosa is what makes caramel heuchera a really all-star performer for me in my garden. It is just very hardy, and while all of the other heucheras in my garden have almost withered away this time of year, Heuchera Caramel is still looking so, so good. So I figured let's go ahead, try this Primo Wild Rose and see how it does in the garden. I will definitely be letting you know. I'm really laser focused on finding a good purple heuchera variety. I love the chartreuse color in a shady spot. And so because I love chartreuse so much in the shade, I really would love to have a great performing purple heuchera next to them, because purple and chartreuse, they're just a match made in heaven. So, like I said, if you know a great purple heuchera variety that's done well in your garden, put it below. I will try these out and let you know towards the end of next summer if these are a winner or if they're kind of like the other varieties that I've tried. And then not all of my shopping is done online. I also do love to go and get some retail therapy in person. And so these plants here are from Growers Outlet. If you are in the Atlanta area and don't know about Growers Outlet, it is an amazing place where you can get very great affordable prices on really cool varieties. So it's definitely worth a road trip. I'm about 45 minutes from Growers Outlet, but it's worth a trip, especially if you're looking for a little something and you don't really know what you want. They have pretty much everything that you could want, and so somehow you go in there not planning to spend any money at all and come out just a bit poorer. So let me show you what I got. So I grabbed 3 chartreuse on the loose Nepeta. I think I saw Walter's Garden on Instagram posted about this being very phenomenal. Growers Outlet either commented or sent me a message that they are growing it and will have it for sale. And so I ran to get this. I love chartreuse. This has beautiful purple blooms, chartreuse and purple, match made in heaven. So I just had to try it. Then I grabbed this entire flat of violas. They were on clearance for $1. Some of them look pretty rough, but most of them look like I could save them, so they needed rescuing. Speaking of rescuing, I got this very awesome hibiscus for $3. This officially wins for score of the year and probably score of the last few years, because I don't know about you, but the Home Depot, Lowe's, and nurseries around me have really been slacking on their clearance. The clearance that I see, it is a half dead plant and it is still $20 at 50% off. And that's just not okay. Bring back the days of $3 plant clearances, please, guys. We live for this. Okay, and then while I was there, I picked up 3 of these camellias. These are autumn rocket camellias, so that they're blooming around this October time of year. Look like really cool plants because they grow really columnar. I think they only get about 3 feet wide and about 8 feet tall, which is just a really neat shape on a plant. I wanted to screen out some of the neighbor's shed so that instead I just saw evergreen plants and blooms, and so camellias are the way to go. And I picked up 3 of these small sizes. These were $13 each and will grow in no time. In the category of I have no idea where this is going, I picked up a Monarda or a bee balm. This is Claire Grace. It looked pretty, it's purple, it fell into the cart. And then this is American Gold Rush Rudbeckia. I think this was Perennial of the Year, either this year or last year. I have no idea. I had a bit of a case of FOMO because I felt like everyone was planting it and I didn't have it, and so I got it simply for the FOMO. It looks really beautiful. It is a shorter variety of Rudbeckia, and it's not supposed to get leaf spot like the variety that I have in my backyard, which is constantly getting leaf spot. So pick this up to try it out. And the last 2 things I got were grasses. I got 3 of these cool as ice blue fescue. I love blue fescue. I've planted Elijah Blue 2 or 3 times now. It's always died. On this variety, it said it was a super easy grass to grow, and so I will put that to the test and grow this and let you know if it lives or dies. I think these were like $3 each, and technically in the stores, most perennials are like $12 each. So basically, getting 3 was the same as paying for 1 at a different store, so that's my plant math for this one. And then lastly, I picked up 3 of these dwarf golden sweet flags. They are chartreuse. They are really, really cute. Great for a shady spot. You know me and chartreuse. I had to pick it up. Had to. Also, these were like $3, so I went ahead and got 3 of these, even though I don't know how they'll perform in my garden, but really it's 3 for the price of 1 perennial anywhere else, so the plant math works out for a drift. And that's all of the retail therapy that I did these last few weeks. Now I just need to find the time to plant everything and get it all in the ground. The weather is absolutely perfect for planting. Really, it's a Michelle problem. Not sure if it's the current events or just the lack of willpower to seem to want to do anything outside right now, but I will get it together. I will get all of this into the ground, and then I'll be able to update you as to how these perennials do and if I found a new favorite variety, because you know I can't help but share my favorites with you guys. So thank you guys for watching. If you love garden content, I hope you will subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.